Hello Aquarius, thanks for stopping by and checking out this reading for the last 2 weeks of March 2017. A special what's up and thank you to all of the Aquarians, people under the influence of Aquarius that have shown me love through the month of February, through subscribes and thumbs and shares and comments. It means the world to me. And I wanted to let you guys know that this little YouTube channel made $7.43 in the month of February, and it was thanks to you guys. So I really want to extend a special thank you from the bottom of my heart to you guys that have shown support. It's so awesome. I don't do private readings for money. I don't do any of that stuff. So I just like to take this time to give back to the world. So when you guys show it, it's that much more awesome. All right, Aquarius, we're asking for the messages for the last 2 weeks in March. This is your mid-month checkup, Aquarius. I hope you're all in a place of comfort and warmth, and you've got abundance and love abound, so to speak, around you. All right, laying down the 7 cards to look at the major areas of life and the energy centers in our body to see what's going on and see what we can do. So as we set our intention, we look at the energy at the bottom of the deck, and whoa, number 11, Major Justice. So this is a good card to see in an overall energy. The feeling it gives is that, nothing is going to tip the scales for the better or for the worse too much in these last 2 weeks for you, Aquarius. It's almost like your guys' karma is in order. You're very well aware of what you put out, what you give is what you receive, and what comes around goes around, sort of thing. And if those two sort of universal laws are kind of adhered to and respected, this allows Source to treat our life with a certain amount of grace that allows us to sort of move through situations more easily and more fluidly, so to speak, when we're truly aware of that. So good job on the giving and good job on generating some good karma for yourselves. Is the overall feeling I have from this number 11 Major Justice card for you here. For others of you that this is more mundane, that are dealing with energies that might be in the courts, issues of property, I feel, we're going to try and relate back to that, see if any of the other cards are speaking to that. But I just had the nudge to mention that as well. All right, let's get into it in grounding. Oh, 7 of Swords in a grounding situation. Okay, so is there someone in your environment, or are you yourself aware of any sneaky behavior that's going on? Justice and now 7 of Swords, which is traditionally in tarot the card of betrayal, getting caught red-handed, so to speak. This 7 of Swords, to have it in a grounding situation, means that something's got you a little worried, a little off your game, perhaps. Perhaps you're kind of questioning or wondering how to deal with certain situations. Those Aquarians who may be in a position of management or supervision or might be wondering, if some people like that are kind of working for you or working underneath you. There's almost like a paranoia of people talking behind your back, or which is kind of unfounded. It's kind of, this card is not good to see in a grounding situation. It means that we could be thinking too much about things like worried about things being taken from us, or worried about our sort of status in social settings and in workplaces being diminished by the words of other people, and that we're worried that if we're not coming across the way a certain someone thinks we should, that for some reason we're not going to come out on top. And that's all kind of like unfounded thinking. It's all unnecessary thinking. But on a mundane level, I want to warn you guys, just be very aware, very mindful of what you have and the people around you, to maybe keep things, secrets that you have, projects that you're working on, sort of buttoned up tight. Don't be spilling the beans on too much stuff, even if you're excited about it, for risk of somebody prematurely judging you or stealing your ideas. I guess, yeah, 7 of Swords. Weird to see that card there in a grounding energy. Oh, now we got another 7. So this one is reversed. Some Aquarians may have had to compromise on situations where at first they were unwilling to do so in order to bring some peace or to solve a problem. of some sort, either just recently or coming up. Some of you might need to find a way to compromise, finding ways to admit to yourself that sometimes, we got to meet people halfway, sort of is a feeling I got from this Seven of Wands. Not everyone has their vision clearly defined as you guys, sometimes Aquarians, and I feel like sometimes it can be tough for you to see that maybe Betty Sue does not have a clear vision of the finished product as you do, yet she's trying her best to do everything she can to help you or to be in a partnership with you to accomplish it, whereas your vision of it can be so fixed sometimes that it's tough to meet people halfway, right? Or you're worried that somebody else might run away with a certain project or a certain something, that you're going to maybe lose control or lose credit or something like that, is a feeling I got. These are kind of unfounded worrying that's coming up from these bottom two chakras in these sevens. With this one reversed, it says that there is a need to sort of stand your ground, but there is also a need to be adaptable to meet people halfway on situations, okay? For areas of creativity as well, this might be something here where as well some of you might be in a bit of a creative lull. Aquarians are normally very creative sign. I feel like maybe something like whether it's schedules or time circumstances or just kind of waiting for a bit of a breakthrough or a block might be occurring. You're not quite feeling as on top of your game when it comes to the creative role that you've been on as of late. So don't let it get you down, okay? Don't let it get you down. Okay, moving on up to solar plexus, we have Five of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so here, this could be overspending. This could be situations where you're waiting on some money here. This could be a situation here where you're almost not wanting to kind of show your full hand, your full abundance. This is kind of good in a way. It's showing that you're being humble in a lot of aspects, and it shows that you're being very inviting. This might be the time to really define, Aquarius, who your true friends are. This could be because this is I got this feeling you may have been attracting some people into your life that might be kind of fake friends almost, or people that are getting to know you for their own narcissistic reasons, whether I don't know what it may be. Maybe you're just overly generous. This Five of Pentacles can speak to you being a little bit overly generous, and now maybe you're deciding you're going to cut back on that because certain people might have been taking advantage of that, okay? That's the feeling I've got there for Five Pentacles and solar plexus as well. This is for some reason, I don't know why I got this, but I got this. I gotta say it. Grocery shopping. Your grocery list. This is I get a feeling some of you are really trying to get the most bang for your buck when you're at eating healthy. Whether it's buying local, buying nutritious. The price of healthy eating is through the roof these days. The jerks that got a corner on the market of wholesome, nutritious food, they seem to be gouging, and it might be getting some Aquarians because I feel you guys are searching out the best deals on the most nutritious and wholesome diets, and some of you are a bit fed up with the price of eating healthy, whereas eating the crap that they would all the GMO and the Monsanto that they want to put down your throat is dirt cheap, right? And it's going out to eat at restaurants sometimes too. Some of you are going to be cutting back on that as well, sort of. So I don't know why I can't. Well, solar plexus is the gut, right? So a lot of times that can come back to food, and maybe that's why I was prompted to say that, but. Okay, and here we have in the Heart of Hearts a Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. So some of you might have some romantic involvement surrounding a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. This could be Sagittarian or Leo. The feeling I have here is that somebody might be really offering or opening themselves up to you, and you're not really sure yet how to take this person, whether you're in a situation where it's all passion right now, where it's all you might be with somebody, but there's another certain someone that keeps beckoning you almost, is a feeling I have. If we're looking at this as external and a person around you. Queen of Wands here as well. Might be somebody in your environment that's here to help. Queen of Wands is very helpful. She is the core card of someone that can give you, a gentle advice at just the right time, sort of to get you going in the right direction. It doesn't have to be she, it could be he or them's, but just a person in your life that you want to kind of is there to help you. So don't take any fire sign or person that's coming across as like truly wanting to help for granted in these times, okay? And if this is a romantic relationship, the aura of this card is very bright. It's very good. It's almost like very you're in alignment, you're attuned with this person. So that's very well. I get the sense of like giving each other massages and like all this other kind of stuff. I don't want to get too like Harlequin romance novel on you, but that's just the feeling I got. So you can take it as you want in terms of your sensual side. Okay. Now, here we go. In personal truth, we've got 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. This card to me is a Sunshine Daydream card when it shows up reversed. So we have like kind of working towards domestic bliss or defining for it is what you want in regards to your emotional well-being. Now for Aquarians, the feeling is that this takes many forms, and that's why this card might be showing up we are kind of living in times where like a traditional sort of nuclear mom, dad, two kids family is it like, kind of going the way of the dodo, so to speak. And like now our long-term emotional fulfillments are incorporating into our creativity, our belief, traveling the world with our partner, undertaking business adventures with a partner, or just having the things around us that make us feel desirable and successful. All of these different aspects of these cups, these 10 of Cups upside down, Aquarians are almost, because it is the age of Aquarius now, Aquarians are almost going to be defining, when other people look at what emotional fulfillment and domestic bliss is, it's almost like you guys are in a time frame where you're defining it, is the feeling I got from this. Now, the daydreamy side of this card is that societally speaking, like speaking from society and culturally traditional, you might be giving off some conflicting energies to your extended family, like your mom and dad, your siblings. They might be a little bit confused of like, why aren't they married yet? Why don't they have kids yet, kind of thing. Because it's not that the institution of family is completely breaking down across the board. It's just for certain areas, especially areas I feel that Aquarians are definitely involved in, the traditional family sense is not coming through as strongly anymore. Like, especially in the times like century ago when tarot was created, to have this card speak to this, right? Now we're looking at domestic bliss coming in a form of you defining it in how you want that. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get married through an institution sort of thing, but you're defining what emotional success is for yourself, okay? And it is almost in a situation now where you're having a few close friends and you're bouncing those ideas off you. So when it comes to that, and these things we said earlier about picking your friends wisely, choosing your friend wisely, this could be maybe some discernment of the friends around you, the people you're like asking questions of. You can gauge by the authenticity of their answers how open or closed-minded they are from you, and this might be the justice that we're imploring here when we're deciding who it is that you want to keep close to you and who is just more of a superfluous kind of friend that is just kind of out there on the fringe sort of thing. This is a really tough card to discern into. I'm just going to ask for a quick clarifier here. When I started this reading, I was like, I'm not the type of reader that asks for clarifiers. I don't need them. But sometimes you do. Sometimes it's just like a card can be so encompassing that you want to know a little bit more acutely or precisely what it is that it's getting to, because certainly somebody that's clued in for this reading wants to know a little more precisely, but it can be tricky in a general reading. So Tara, what is this 10 of Cups up for? And we got the jumper right there. King of Swords. Okay. So now we've got more swords. So here you are. And I think the clarifier, King of Swords, is saying, like, we already hit the nail on the head, so to speak. You, King of Swords, are defining what emotional success means to you. And we're talking and we're listening, very good, about what it is that we're bouncing those ideas off of people just to maybe be reaffirmed that, our vision of success isn't going to be seen as something completely like left fieldish kind of or weird, and we're like kind of worried about being judged about it or whatever it may be. So I think we got the clarifier to say we didn't need a clarifier. Okay, so that's good. All right, now let's look at the sixth chakra house. This is third eye chakra. This is pineal gland. So quickening of whatever this could be, spiritual exploration, spiritual understandings, communication. Again, going back to communication, and it's probably overlapping. If we're communicating to other people about what new ideas of emotional well-being are, it's going to spill over into what new ideas could come about for spiritual well-being. Because spirit and emotion, they're like two rivers that run in the same direction. Sometimes they're together and sometimes they split apart. Whereas like emotion, sometimes we need to have the other people in our life to fully experience emotion. Although at times emotion can be experienced truly just in one's own being when we're thinking about usually somebody else or a situation, where spirit is more like this is free and independent of what other people are doing. And if what other people are doing are affecting spiritual, then it's time for some healing and some help. So to see these two cards up together kind of gives me the feeling like spiritually, when we're defining what it is that emotional success means to us, we're going to check in from time to time to see whether that feels right or whether it's in spiritual accordance with whatever it is that we want. And we may have to travel to find these things out. We may have to go some longer distances to reconnect with people that we know give us good advice, that we know give us good direction, sort of thing, right? Because it's almost like around us in our day-to-day stuff, we're dealing with these more these people that, we're just, they're there, they're fun, they can be interesting to be around for a few hours or whatever, but then at the end of the day, it's like, they live their own life, they don't give two hoots about you, and maybe vice versa, you don't give two hoots about them beyond like, doing whatever it is you do together. Okay? So, with this in mind, this Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, she's there to say this could be about her. These questionings, these emotionals, and whether or not this spirit and this advice that she wants to give, I think that this fire sign or this person with this fire influence is going to have a lot to say about that, Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what's coming down from Source in through the crown area. Oh, look at that. We got the sun, but it's reversed. Okay, so the sun's not like too big a deal here. You can see that there may be some situation with some Aquarians, I think, might be like relocating or again, I get travel with this card with the sun reverse. The last 2 weeks of March could see Aquarians like on longer journeys, longer physical journeys, plane rides, going cross country, across the seas, things like that, entering into fields of uncertainty for greater exploration. The sun card, even though it's reversed, is still positive to have in this reading. This is kind of like you really, again, going back to being the definer of what it is that is going to bring you fulfillment. But make sure it's not short-lived. Whatever's going on here, I have a feeling like some things could come in, you could get you really like up and excited, but they might be short-lived. We have this like kind of injustice going on between people providing you like short-lived instant gratification versus long-term fulfillment. A lot of you are kind of, I feel, almost struggling with, investing your time in the right things. What is short-term gratification? What is long-term satisfaction? Okay? That's the message coming in with the sun. So guys, look for signs of things that come in to give you hints, to give you clues. Oh my goodness, I started shuffling the oracle cards, and you guys had two that popped out. And I think one of them you had for the first part of March here. Just let me get them straight here, and let's get going on this as we talk about the sun reversed. With that sad embrace card that you can see there, that number 45, the feeling that I have is that, because this is the card that came through from early February, the feeling I have with sad embrace, and I think it's surrounded a fire sign at the same time too. Some of you may be involved with people that deep down you know that it might not be a long-lasting relationship. Like, we don't have the potential for wedding vows here, but we may have a tough time in admitting to ourselves and to the other person that this is really just kind of for now kind of thing, almost is what I get the feeling of from that sad embrace. I'll read from the book for you guys again on that one because I like getting the proper message out with that. I'm pretty sure you guys had that one last time. I could be wrong though. So, quote, loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. This may be a time where you're entering a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. So take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life when you accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with the sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always reassured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. Okay, so for that sad embrace card in this sun reversed, I love that metaphorical analogy of like letting your tears be like rain that encourages growth. You can see in this card like the land is kind of like somewhat parched. It's almost like a little bit sun scorched, and it's like, drought is, and then speaking of like emotional drought, right? And again, with 10 of Cups reversed, this could be speaking again to a bit of emotional drought. We've been not suppressing our emotions, but we haven't been fully releasing them or expressing them as well either. And I think it goes back to this theme of, justice and these sevens that are up on the board here of saying, are we really sure that this relationship is going to last? And if so, how long are we going to drag it out for before too much hurt can come from, dissolving this particular relationship, whatever it may be. So continue to seek help from this Queen of Wands or this trusted friend, or travel to see these trusted friends, or maybe make a telephone call or a Skype call to somebody and really express what's going on with you in this situation. If you're not knowing how to feel or how to deal with someone that might have already become very attached to you, that's just deep down it's not going to happen. So all right, these are heavier things, and I hope no one's getting discouraged, and I hope no one's getting dismayed, but we gotta say what's coming up. And then the other card you picked here is number 54. This is the last card in this oracle deck. Number 54, encouragement. It's so beautiful. I love adult giraffe helping out kid giraffe. In terms of just a loving nudge, a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of a push to say, I'm going to push you forward now, but it's for your greater good. And that could be a metaphor for this relationship that needs to end at this time too. Yeah, it's almost like if you're needing a little bit of a silver lining to tell this person, if you have to be the one to break it off with them, tell them that, you encourage them along the way while doing it. Okay? So the quote on this card is, you are receiving a nudge in the right direction, end quote. This card is telling you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power and into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need, and you won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You're on the right path. Keep going. And I think the message from this Queen of Wands is, see her yellow dress and these yellow giraffes. This is definitely something that's coming up, in your gut and in your heart to be true and to be real. And I feel for a lot of you, this help that is coming your way is going to actually come through the form of a spoken word through a person, right? Someone that's close to you. So Aquarius, I hope that made sense to you. We had a couple different things going on. The main instance of this reading, going back to the overall energy of justice, is be pretty discerning of the company you keep, the friends that are around you. How real are they? How authentic are they? How much are you guys in each other's lives for the greater good? And how much of it is just for superfluous, instant gratification? Okay, that's a balance we're looking at for these last 2 weeks. Love you lots, Aquarius. We'll see you next time.